Yes, students, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'm seeing very less people attending this. So ask your friends to please don't skip because later on you need more time to study than what you are studying here. Okay, so if you go through it once after me explaining, it will be very easy for you to understand what is it, what was told by me and that. But if you are skipping, then it will be difficult to understand what it is. Okay, just a minute, it's loading. Okay. So what can you see? Black screen or yeah, students? Can you see newspapers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So yesterday, if you see, we had completed magazines. Okay, up to features of magazines. So I'll start like ahead of that. That is newspapers. So in print media, we had started. Okay, first one was magazines. Now it is newspapers. Okay, they are the largest of all advertising media in terms of total money spent. Okay, because it's a conventional one, a very old one. If you see, it was there before our independence and all. So papers are a like what they call traditional way of advertising. So one of the largest uh, network is there of newspapers. Plus, it costs you more. Okay, so that's what they are telling. They are the largest of all advertising media in terms of total money spent. So for an ad, they are charging huge when compared to the same ad elsewhere. You can give you also the size and all, and what all information that you can do over there. Then it is more effective medium of advertising for retailers. Why? Because we'll see here types of newspapers if you see. For retailers, it could be a small number of people, like for example, daily newspapers or a regional newspaper. If you put your ad, it goes only to them, and the price is also less. Okay, you can select like which reason I can give this particular ad should reach. If is a particular retailer in Belgaum, so you can just give circulation in and around Belgaum. Okay, the circulation should be like that. So that he could tell that okay, this is places you should cover, or the person who is putting the ad or in the paper which is going, so they'll tell this particular edition will go to all these places where your ad will be there. If you have an ad in our paper, it reaches so many people in so many places. Okay, now coming to types of newspapers, we are having daily newspapers, weekly newspapers, national newspapers, okay, special audience newspapers, and there is one more we'll see at the end. Okay, first one, daily newspapers. What are they? They are published daily. The name says daily newspapers. They are published daily. The editions will be generally city specific. Okay, so per city or a particular city and nearby small villages, it will be covering. Okay, so that is a daily newspaper. The editions will be generally city specific, and the major news would be from that particular city only. Okay, and there would be certain pages where they say sports, nation or national. Some big news would be covered over there. Okay, but most of the paper would be having local news. Okay, then they cover news, events, business, sports, and other relevant information and entertainment. So entertainment you could have seen. So which movie is there and which all theaters and what all shows it is having like entertainment. So at times they are giving you even the information about TV. Okay, this channel, this particular timeline is there for the whole day. So something those kinds of things also could be given here. Then they can be further classified as morning, evening, or Sunday publication. Okay, this is important. So many of you may not be knowing there is a evening edition. Okay, there are some newspapers who come at the evening. Most of us know that there is a newspaper that is coming in the morning. But in many places, it's what happens that the newspaper comes in the evening. It's a evening edition. Okay, it's a evening edition. So this evening it came. So next day, again evening it will come. Then Sunday publication, some special editions would be there on Sundays. So in most of the newspapers, normal newspapers also if you're buying, you can see Sunday it would be thick. It would be like costing more than your usual days. Okay, if you do usual days it is 3 or 4 rupees. On Sundays it would be 6 or 7 rupees because more pages are added, more advertisements would be there. Okay, then special editions like some special things could be given or some special articles by special people. all those could be added on Sunday's publication. So they'll say that okay, that's why a separate name is mentioned for Sunday publications. So whatever we covered now, classified as morning, evening, or Sunday publications. Okay, this is daily newspapers. Next comes weekly newspapers. What are weekly newspapers? It is relevant to suburbs. Suburbs in the sense like villages, remote places, small towns, where the volume of news that will not support daily newspaper. That means there will not be having much of things to tell. Okay, so it is a small town or a small village or suburb where no much of news is generated. So what they do, they compile all the news of a week, and there is a newspaper which is published at the end of that particular week. Okay, the news is mostly local. As I told you, there is no much news to give from that particular locality. So they compile whole week's news and they'll come up with a newspaper. Then they are geographic focus and are low cost for advertisers. One advantage, as it is weekly, people will be waiting to get it. Okay, because news to check it will be weekly only, right? And it is focused on that particular geography only. Plus, as it is small and the viewers are less, even the cost for advertising in that particular newspaper is also less. Okay, that is advantages for the advertisers or small advertisers in that particular area. Okay, it could be retailers, it could be any business, it could be any service that is coming there. So all these things could be like put in that particular paper at a lower cost. These are weekly newspapers. Then national newspapers. The editorial content has a nationwide appeal. Okay, these papers go throughout the nation. They are not printed at a single place and sent. So they are having printing centers at regular intervals. That means like every 300 kilometers or every 500 kilometers they might be having a printing area where they'll be covering the relevant 500 kilometers. Okay, every 500 in the sense there is next printing area. So between three, we will be having the center one will be covering 250 on the right, 250 on the left. If you see the radius of 250, which will be covering a diameter of 500 kilometers. So whichever newspaper is printed over there will reach the span of 500 kilometers. Yeah, they appeal to large national advertisers and to regional advertisers who put ads in specific geographical editions. Okay, even if the newspaper is national, but some additional pages would be added of that particular local towns or cities. Okay, I told you about that 500 kilometers. Right? Just as an example, it could be depending upon each and every newspaper's management. It could be 500, it could be 1000, it could be 200, whatever. But whatever it is covering, if any news is there, so special pages are there. It could be inserted only for that particular area. Okay, like for example, they say like Belgaum edition. So throughout Belgaum, a particular news goes, which is standard. Plus, there is some additional pages where the things that are happening in Belgaum will be there. If you go to Hubli and Dharwad, so related those places, yes, there is there, and plus additional pages related to news of Hubli Dharwad. Okay, just as an example, I gave you. Okay, so these are national newspapers. Then comes special audience newspapers. They are specialized editorials and are targeted as specific groups. Okay, they are also published in areas with large foreign language speaking ethnic groups. Like for example, here they are given foreign language. It could be any language. Okay, like for example, take Belgaum. There are multiple languages spoken in different regions of Belgaum. Okay, so there are national newspapers, there are regional newspapers, plus there are newspapers which are like published in a particular language. There is a special audience, so it is only to those people who know reading that particular language. For an example, okay, we are having here Marathi newspaper, Kannada newspaper, English newspaper. Okay, so these are the three major newspapers that are here, and in general, we are having English. It could be national newspaper which is available. Okay, regionally, we are not having English, but our vernacular languages like Marathi, Kannada, Hindi. So these could be regional, and the national newspapers would be in English. Okay, like the Indian Express, the Times, now or something like this. Okay, the Deccan Herald. So these are national newspapers. Then coming to newspaper supplements. So we spoke about the additional things which we are putting in. So they are magazine type. Okay, you might get a small magazine or additional newspaper which is smaller than the normal newspaper. Okay, many times you are getting those things in special editions, like Sundays, or if any what do you call event is going on or will be there. So those information will be added specially. Like for example, in Belgaum, if you have Ganesh Chaturthi, so there would be some additional pages showing the Ganpatis of different pandals. Okay, so that additional would be there. So in terms when there is some elections and all. So at the time of elections, what happens? Special editorials about the people who are contesting. They also give some separate ads. So all this comes under a special edition or a special pages are being added. It could be of the same size or small sizes, which will like you could make out it is different. So basically, they want to catch your attention. Okay, then they carry both local and national advertisements. So it could be both local and national. Okay, so political and other information is they could be national news. So somewhere in north, if we are having any elections, so news is about that will be coming over here. And similarly, when we are having elections, the same news could be given in the North India or East India or West India, West of India. Okay, these are newspaper supplements. Next types of newspaper advertising. So first is display advertising. So what are these? They account for nearly 70% of advertising revenue. Okay, display advertising. They use headlines, illustrations, white space, and other visual services in addition to copy text. That means there is a heading, there is some information below that, okay, the body what we call, plus they could leave some white space, plus they could show some pictures, okay, or some cartoons, whatever. So these all comes under this display advertisements. So there are two kinds of display advertisements. One is local advertising and national or general advertising. So what is local advertising? Ads placed by local organizations, businesses or individuals. It could be anything. Okay, for example, if you are buying a new property, so you could put an ad that I am buying a property. If anybody is having any issue, please let me know before this particular date. Okay, that means you are not sure that the particular place you are buying might be in litigation or so. Or you are basically telling everyone that I'm buying this. If you are having any issues, please let me know, so that I could see the further things that whether I could buy it or not. Okay, so these are individual businesses. You already know this particular hardware, this hotel, okay, this clothes shop. So these advertisers are there. Then organizations. So this company is there, that company is there. So this product is given by this company. So those are from organizations. The intentions of advertisers is to communicate with consumers in areas served by newspaper. Okay, this is local. There are many local places where they don't read national newspapers. They only use the local newspapers. So they are giving the ads in these papers, so that those people also come to know about whatever you want to communicate as a company. Then also referred to as retail advertising, as retailers account for 85% of advertisers. So 85% will be local advertisements or people of local, they come up and give the advertisements here. 15 will be from very other different places or individuals or so. Okay, so here it is local retailers, the shops, as I gave restaurants, hotels, okay, parks. If anything of those sorts are there, those advertisements are given. Or if any new thing comes like funfair and all in Belgium, so those advertisements are there. So these account for 85% of major advertisements in local advertisements. Then comes national or general advertising. Ads by marketers of branded products and services which are sold at national or regional level. So here, where the brands which are uh, having presence locally as well as nationally. Okay, so those people give ads. Then major retail chains, automakers, airlines use this kind of ads. Okay, so here if for example Maruti or Hyundai or Tata wants to tell, so this is for the consumers throughout India, right? So those people give advertising in national newspapers. So retail chains. So they are not only in one place, as the word chain says states, they are in multiple places. So all those people should know that whatever you want to say, like for example discounts, okay, or special things that you're doing, okay. Then special days like big billion days for sorry, not big billion days, big 5 days, okay, like Big Bazaar used to do big 5 days, like on Independence Day and the Republic Day, just before 5 days of that. So those things are there to communicate how they do. You are getting SMSs and all, that is different. But you are getting advertisements in newspapers throughout the country, right? Plus airlines. So the same rates or same discounts should be available throughout the country, right? So airlines, when they put the ads, it should reach the people all over the country, right? So these are national ads. Then comes classified advertising. So these ads are arranged under subheads, okay, according to the product, service, or offering being advertised. So many people just think classified in the sense they are looking for brides and grooms. No, here you can give advertisements of product, services, or any offering being advertised. Okay, so here this thing is there, here that thing is there. So we are selling these products in cheap, or we are only available for these days. You can buy these products at discounted price or something. Then employment. So what others you can put? Employment, real estate, automotives also are the major categories which give this classified advertising. Then comes most ads are text in small type with some display ads. So these are small ads where few lines are written plus a display is given, a small photo or what do you call it, any image that is related to the product or services mentioned here. Okay, so these are classified advertisements. Then special ads and inserts. What are these? These include government and financial reports. So if you see, like there are many newspapers who give details of many companies, big companies. They are what do you call it, quarterly data. So when they release the quarterly data, the whole thing would be there. Even of government companies, if they want some tender and all, the whole information of the tender is given. Okay, public notices. Okay, if anything has to be done. Like now we are in lockdown presently. The information of this could be given in the newspaper, stating what to do, what not to do. Right? Then political ads. So no need for me to explain the political ads, but financial reports, public notices, and political ads. So special inserts should be kept over there, or special ads could be given. Okay, don't drink and drive. So these are normal, but could be given. So as people make safety week, okay, this is done by the transportation department. Okay, safety week or safety month. Okay, then resale, car resale month, or something like that. They'll do. So those notices and information should be given over there. Pre-printed inserts are distributed through newspapers. So as I told, paper inserts. So some pamphlets are being printed somewhere else. It could be whatever, wherever you could print it. But when you give it to the newspaper distribution place, so they insert your uh, ads which are being printed on different papers, and those are sent with the newspaper to the people where these inserts go. Okay, just a minute, students. I'll be back. Yeah, uh, pre-printed inserts. I gave you an example. Okay, some pamphlets or some advertising related to even retailers also give this, like sari shops. So they are having the ads stating that these all saris are available with lady wearing a nice sari flaunting it. Right? Some examples I gave you, or it could be some examples of hospitals. Okay, stating that we are providing all these particular services. Okay, so those could be seen in ad inserts. Then not printed on newspapers or usually circulars, catalogs, or brochures. Even brochures, many people give the catalogs of products. So these all products are available. As I told you, like in terms of the hospitals. Okay, these all services are available. Something like that catalogs. The products of these all things are there and the specification of the products. Okay, so these all are part of special ads and inserts. Then comes evaluation of broadcast media. So broadcast we are having television and radio. So what is television? So no need to explain, but still some lines are there. It is said to be ideal advertising medium. Why? Because it combines visual, image, sound, and motion with color. Okay, all these things are there at once. So there is motion, there is visual, there is audio, and there is even color also. So multiple colors could be shown. So it is very imaginative and creative media. So the way you imagine, okay, could be seen on the screen basically for advertiser. So I want to show my product in this particular way to my prospect customer. So I can show it in the same way. So I can have different colors for different parts. Okay. So no need for the end user to visualize. So it may look like this. No. So you will give the photo of it and you can show the working of it as well. So it looks like this and it works like this. We have to feed like this and getting the end product there in this particular way. So everything could be done where we are using visual, image, sound, motion, and color. So it is very imaginative and creative media. So next, network versus spot advertising. Okay. So here the name only says network and spot advertising. What are these? We'll see. Network ads are used for national coverage. Okay. Like for example, Colors and or Viacom 18. So if I put an ad in Viacom 18, it comes in all the channels which they are producing, okay, or coming from their particular network. So all those ads are sorry, my ad is featuring in all the channels which they are basically broadcasting. So that is a network, whole network. I am basically buying my space and time in the different channels. Okay, that is network ads. Then it includes coverage on a range of channels in the network, as I told you. So there might be many channels in many languages, in many genres. Like there could be sports, there could be news, then there could be normal daily soap channels, where and there could be some movie channels specific for movie. Okay, so all these things are there. So when you buy space or time in the network, so in all these kinds of channels, your advertisement is there. Okay. So next is spot advertising. What is spot advertising? For spot ads, airtime is bought from individual channels. Okay, as I told you, Viacom 18 is one. So where many channels come, but you don't want your ad in all the channels, but you are choosing a particular channel. Okay, for example, Z. So you want your ads in Z Cinema. Okay, so your ads you can buy your ad space in Z Cinema only. Okay, so if not, you want your ads to be there in all the Z channels. So you have to buy Z Network. Okay, you need to buy time and space from Z Network. So where it would be like Z Marathi, Z Urdu, Z Kannada, then Z News, Z Cinema, Z Classic. So these are some of the like channels from Z. So you are having your ads in all of these channels if you buy network. If not, you want in a specific channel, then you have to buy spot advertising in that particular channel only. That's the only difference, network and spot advertising. There can be national spot advertising where airtime is bought from individual national channels. So I gave you that example as well. So Z network, it is available throughout the nation in different languages, different genres as well. So you can buy a single spot in a single channel. Okay, so that is what is network versus spot advertising. Next, okay, next is radio. So it has evolved from a national advertising medium to a local advertising medium. So why? So radio in the sense we are broadcasting sound basically. So earlier when there were not TV, radio was the major thing. So if you remember watching Milka Singh movie, Bhag Milka Bhag, so how they will be sitting when a particular last running race was happening. So even our prime minister was sitting in front of a radio listening to whatever was communicated from Pakistan. Okay, when that particular race was happening. So even many places, many people they had their antennas, everything ready. Then all were sitting and were listening to radio. So even radio was a big medium when there were no televisions, right? So that's why it is said it has evolved from national advertising medium to local advertising medium. So now again from time to time, place to place, we are having different channels. There are national channels as well as local channels. Plus some are city specific. Okay, like Red FM 98.2 or 92.8 something. I don't listen much, but very rarely I do. So in Bangalore it is available, in Pune it is available, in Mumbai it is available, in Hubli Dharwad it is available. So if you want to hear it in Belgaum, the Hubli Dharwad, whatever is being aired will be majorly there. But sometimes in the same genre we can listen from Pune as well. So if you move towards more towards the Pune side, we can hear uh, whatever is your broadcaster from Pune side. So if you are on Hubli side or in the center of Belgaum, because Hubli is very near than Pune. So major broadcasting, whatever you hear is from Hubli. Right. Then it has a good reach as many people will be listening, like more of students, okay, who are traveling, commuting, or the people who are driving. Okay, so those will be listening to these radios as well as FM and all. Then it is persuasive. Persuasive in the sense it is widely available. Okay, so if you want, I can sit here and switch on to that particular frequency. I can listen to that. So if you are sitting at your home and if you switch on to that particular frequency, yes, you can also listen. So it is available everywhere within the range, right? It is called as persuasive. That is radio. Then evaluation of support media. So what is support media? There are traditional and non-traditional media here. So what is traditional media? Out of home media. So what all comes under out of home? You see, it encompasses many advertising forms, including outdoor, like billboards, signs, in transit. What is transit? Next we will see. So both inside and outside the vehicle and others. So transit in the sense in movement. Transit means movement. So in transit advertisement, what are these? So it is similar to billboards and electronic messages, but are targeted at people who are exposed to commercial transportation facilities. So you could see it outside the uh, trucks, you could see outside buses, you could see outside trains, even inside. Okay, so just not outside because many of you may not be traveling through these particular channels. So for them, I'm telling you, you can see outside also. There could be some billboards or some posters, okay, something painted. So all these things are there. So which are outside. Even inside, if you see where you are keeping your luggages, so there are advertisements, and on the seats, back of the seats, okay, there are places where they could put their pamphlets and all. There are screws that they'll remove those. They'll insert whatever is being uh, has to be communicated. That they'll put and they'll screw it back. Okay, so those who are traveling mostly by buses, you could know in many of the buses you could see inside also, outside also. Okay, so especially in Bangalore and all, if you see the local transport, even in Mumbai, I guess Mumbai Pune would be there. So just behind your seat, okay. So as you are sitting, you can see the back of the person who is sitting in the front seat, right? Back. So there you will be having an advertisement put. So those things are also there. Those are also considered as in transit or transit advertising. So here, if you see what all examples they can or exposed to communication, like commercial transportation facilities, including buses, taxis, trains. Commuter means daily travelers. So there are many daily traveling trains, like in Mumbai local trains, what we call. So those are commuter trains. Okay, commuter trains. Elevators, even in elevators where we are going up and down, even there advertisements you could see in malls and all. Then trolleys. So in malls, if you are trying to take a trolley, there could be a small plastic pad which would be giving you some information, or it could be displaying an advertisement. Okay, then in aeroplanes and subways. Then next is types of transit advertising. One is inside cards, outside posters, okay, in station platform and terminal posters. So start with three first, then we'll go with one and two. So in station, in bus stand or bus station, in railway stations, in platform and in terminals. So you could see many billboards, posters, and all are being put. So these are the places. So these are in transit. They will not move, but you are moving in and out of those. Okay, so again they are part of transit advertising only. You are going there to catch a bus, catch a train. Okay, it could be a metro, it could be a plane. So you can see advertisements there as well. Okay, so these are station, platform, and terminal posters. The next is inside cards. So what are these inside cards? They are placed in buses, above the seats, and in luggage area. I give you an example. Okay, of this, placed in buses, above the seats, and in luggage area. The ability to change the message and the visibility provide the advertiser with a more attention getting medium. So if you sit somewhere and something is being printed or being put in front of you, so what you do while you are transiting or while you are moving? So you tend to read it, right? So you need to have a time pass. You read it. So what it is, what the product is. So here, as you are sitting in front of it, there is a lot of attention that will be given, as there is no much to do for you. You'll be listening to something or watching a movie or a clip or something, but still there would be time where you would be seeing here and there. Then you could see these particular ads. Okay, the ability to change the message and the visibility provide the advertiser with more attention getting medium. So here we are getting more of attention of the people whom are you intending to see that particular ad. When it comes outside posters, they appear on the sides, backs, and or roofs of buses, taxis, trains, and subways, and trolley cars. So in all these you could see, I told outside, inside also. So everywhere there could be advertisements. Technology can ensure relevance of message through adaptation of GPS. Like for example, in buses, if they put, so even we can track where all the bus is going, because nowadays we are having GPS facility in buses and we can see those in our mobiles or in systems or laptops for that matter. Okay, so even we can see which areas are being covered by my ads put in the buses or trains. Okay, so trains we know the track, but in buses within city it is very difficult to track. So they could change buses also for different areas, from one area to different area. So even we can check out on those as GPS is there in the buses. Then non-traditional media. So what is non-traditional media? We are having branded environment. Oh, sorry, entertainment. Branded entertainment. What are these? It blends marketing and entertainment through TV, film, music, and technology. Okay, so there is some ads which are being featured by uh, big personalities or movie stars or cricket players, where they are doing something. Okay, and it's in the form of a movie or a clip or a video or a audio. Okay, so these all comes under branded entertainment. Then idea is to attract consumer to entertain and expose the product. Okay, so what we are doing, we are the particular person or the actor will be holding it or he will be using it in particular format so that you see it. Okay, so that you are exposed to the product basically. So that is the idea of it. Idea behind doing this. That is non-traditional media. Then comes ways of branded environment. Sorry, entertainment. The first is product placements, product integration, advertisement, content sponsorship, ad supported video on demand. So, okay, what are these product placements? The example in soap operas and movies. If you go to movies before the movie and in interval, you could see some advertisements, right? So those are those these particular product placements. In soap operas, in the sense you go to some events. Okay, so there is a particular stand-up comedian who is there in your city is doing some stand-up comedy in your city in a particular place. If you go there, you could see some ads or put all over. So These are the operas and like soap operas and movies. It helps in association with the celebrity. So a particular person is coming and is endorsing a particular brand. So wherever he goes, even the advertisement would be put over there. It cannot be avoided. That is the part of the script. You would be using some products or so to basically do that particular act. So as the product is part of the advertisement only, you cannot separate it. There may not be any negative reaction from the consumers as they are not interested. In the sense, he's using it to demonstrate or he's using it to like help himself in that particular act. So people may not think of it as otherwise. Okay, there are no comments on it also. Okay, I mean, there is no negative thoughts in the minds of the people who are looking at it. Product placement. Next is product integration. Here the product is woven throughout the program or becomes the program itself. Okay. Example, some of the cooking oil manufacturer and show their product being used in cooking programs. Okay, so while you are using the product, they show, okay, we are using this particular product, we are using this particular brand of oil. It is sunflower oil, it is groundnut oil, it is this oil, it is that oil. Okay, it is gingerly oil. So we never notice this brand of olive oil that I'm using here. So those people are giving them money for advertising and they are doing it. So the whole program, what they are doing it, they are using the same oil wherever it is necessary. Okay. And in cable TV also will be helping it because that will be posted or that will be airing in that particular cable TV only. So this is product integration. We are integrating the product in whatever we are doing, or we are using the product only and we are coming up with the show around it. Okay, both can happen. Then advertainment. What is this? So it is creation of video or and music content by an advertiser in an attempt to entertain viewers while advertising their products. So you might have seen some comedians and all, they are coming up. They are doing a particular content. Okay, I mean they are showing or they are particularly shooting a particular ad with a particular product. Okay, so here they are doing entertainment as well as advertising. So it is called as advertainment. Okay, so that is what it is. So here it is a creation of video or music content by an advertiser in attempt to entertain viewers while advertising their products. Next comes content sponsorship. What is content sponsorship? Here, rather than developing their own content, advertisers agree to sponsor specific programs. Okay, receiving product placements, integration, and promotions. For example, if it is sponsoring of film awards, film fair, or whatever, okay, by some tobacco manufacturers, okay, or some mobile manufacturers. If you see IPL, so it is Vivo IPL. So what is that? That is content sponsorship. They are not introducing anything from their particular mobile or so. So everything is done, whatever should be done in game. Okay, but they are putting their ads, they are putting their billboards in the stadiums and all. Okay, and also on the jerseys of the players. So that is what it is, like Vivo IPL, just as an example. Then comes ad supported video on demand. Okay, these are specialized content programs offered through cable TV networks that are developed by advertisers and provide to the cable operators for free. In the sense, so OTT platforms, like for you to better understand now, like specialized programs are there, right? In different OTT programs, platforms, different programs are there which are unique to those particular OTT platforms only. So there are people who want to advertise. So what they do? They give the whole program for free and they include wherever necessary their ads, their products being used. They'll show how the product is being used and all these things. So this is ad supported video on demand. Okay, so on demand in the sense, so you want to see it, you demand it that I want to see this particular thing. They'll not be airing it like OTT. You can see it any moment of time, right? But in TV channels, whichever movie or whichever program is coming, so you cannot rewind it, you cannot take it later, you cannot pause it. So you have to see as and when it is shown. But here, video on demand, you can pause it, you can go back, you can wait, you can fast forward. So here the integration is being done, the ad integration is being done on video on demand. Next, guerrilla marketing. So you might have heard guerrilla warfare. So what is guerrilla marketing? So guerrilla marketing is an advertisement strategy in which a company uses surprise, okay, or unconventional interactions in order to promote a product or service. So what it is? So suddenly there should be a shock when you see it. You should surprise the person who is watching this particular ad should get surprised. Okay, what am I saying? Suddenly, okay, and the attention should be there. So that is what is guerrilla marketing, right? Suddenly you attack, guerrilla warfare. Suddenly you attack. You will not be thinking that somebody will be attacking you that particular moment. Suddenly there is an attack that is happening. So that is guerrilla warfare usually. So again, that kind of advertising, you will not be expecting to see that particular ad in that particular way. Okay, suddenly you see it, your attention is there, then you understand what the product is basically. Okay, it is the ability to generate fresh, unique, and appropriate ideas that can be used as solutions to communications problems. In a particular way, you are communicating, so it should be unique, it should be fresh and appropriate ideas. You cannot show anything as such. Okay, it should be relevant to the target audience. So as and when you see it, it is relevant to them. Okay, so those people mostly will be viewing it in a particular way. So I'll give you some examples. You can see here on this picture. So there is what is that called as yellow strips on the road. What are those? Yeah, those are road
French
crossings.
fries.
Yeah, yeah, Vishal. What it is?
The McDonald's French fries. They are displaying the French fries in
In
form of road strips.
yeah. So are they looking like French fries, right? So I need not tell. It is McDonald's. The symbol is there. See the way of creativity. So you can see everywhere these lines wherever the road crossing is there. But they have come in a unique way where they have inserted that particular box in the way they give you French fries. Okay, this is a part of guerrilla marketing. Suddenly when you see, oh, what is this? Then you see, oh, this is French fries, right? So similarly, if you see here, what is this? Can anybody tell me what what advertisement can you see here? Yes, students,
It's a
reply.
zoo.
Yeah, it's the advertisement of a zoo on a bus. It is showing that there is a python which is curled around a bus. Okay, see the image like it is being compressed. Okay, now you are getting attention. Even the kids get attention. There is a snake on the bus, but it is just an advertisement. It is just a painting on the bus in a 3D manner where it is looking like the bus is being crushed by that particular python. So many kids want to go now. I want to go to the zoo. Okay, when you go to the zoo, if you see that particular python, the kids they say, yes, this was there on that particular bus. They could imagine it in that particular way. So next, if you see, they are having a bench. Okay, in any park or on a roadside. So how have they made it? They have made it like a Kit Kat bar. Okay, so you can sit and go, but still it is something unique, right? So you can see these kind of benches everywhere, but you cannot see such advertising, right? So it is a unique way where KitKat has come up with, where they are showing the benches usually are like the bars of that particular chocolate, correct? So these are called as guerrilla marketing, where you are not thinking of these particular things and suddenly you see them and you are attracted. Okay, so that is what is the intention also. So to catch you where you are when you are not guarded. That means when you don't think that there could be an advertisement and you could see it. Okay, so it is fresh also, that because the ideas are new. So people even they get to know that okay, even this could be shown like this. So this is what is guerrilla marketing. Okay, I hope you understood what is guerrilla marketing. I will again show you McDonald's, and there is an advertisement of a zoo where a particular snake is curled around a bus and it is trying to compress or press the bus. Then here, KitKat advertisement on a bench which looks like a KitKat bar. Okay, so it looks like it's a normal bench itself, but they have painted in a way that it looks like a KitKat half opened wrapper of KitKat. Right. Okay. Coming to the next. So creativity. So we look into creativity into the next class. So we are completing the media planning part of unit 3, then creativity part is there. So hopefully in the next class we'll be finishing module 3, then we'll be starting with module 4. Okay, then I'll try to give you your the notes of module 1, 2 and 3 at once. Okay, so we'll end up with this particular class on the note of guerrilla marketing. I hope you understood today's class. Any doubts, students?
No, sir.
No, right? Okay. You students will meet you in the next class.